everybody. Welcome back. This is Miss Faye, and this is my world. Today's topic is things men will do to avoid child support. Things men will do to avoid child support. Before we get started, I'd like to say welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to all the new viewers, the new subscribers, and welcome to you who have been with me from the beginning. I really appreciate you. Now, to get us started, I did pull a short video. Let's watch this video, and then we have a letter. We're going to read this letter and dive right into this topic. Things men will do to avoid child support. Here we go.
These are the things men do to dodge child support. Number one, they tell their job to pay them under the table. So it'll look like he ain't working. He ain't getting no income. Number two, they start saying they can't take care of themselves. They got to pay their own bills. They got to live. They got to eat. Well, the child got to eat too. Number three, they make you look like a bad woman. They gonna tell everybody around town that you ain't taking care of your kid. You ain't no good mama. You ain't no good woman. You want to take advantage of me. So everybody can feel sorry for him and everybody get mad at you. Number four, he get his hours cut. He only doing it so the judge can feel sorry for him and lower the child support payments. That way he can keep more money while you get little money. Or he thinking the judge ain't gonna charge him nothing.
Okay, let's dive into this letter. All right, she says, I was in a relationship for over 20 years with this man that I thought gave me illusions. At that time, I was 19 years old when I met him. He was honest when he told me that he was married. You were 19 and you got involved with a married man. Okay. I liked the way he treated me as the years went by. I got comfortable with him and viewed him more than just a relationship. I was looking at him as a companion. You were 19 and he was married, right? Okay. I didn't look at what I was getting myself into with his 4-year-old daughter at the time, who is now 35 years old. He went through a separation from his wife, but I did not know because he treated me and my son good when my son was born. He acted like he was a single man and changed his ways. And I just kept going on with my life knowing that he is in and out of my life. I did not know that I was being manipulated by him because he acted as if he was in my life by spending the night, cooking in the kitchen, doing barbecues in the backyard, and never spoke to me about his exes. He would tell me that he got married for money. That should have been a red flag, but I didn't bother ask questions. It seemed that he liked me then when he used to be around me a lot. But I always used to say to him, I am not your mistress, because I felt he wasn't moving forward with the relationship. What made me open my eyes to see the reality, who this man really was, when I had my son. I went through a very dark period in my life. My house undergoing foreclosure, and originally his name was on the deed. I trusted him that he was going to take over the house and gain more responsibility for it. That probably was why I overlooked everything, because he had you in a house. You had a baby with this man, and the house is going through foreclosure. I felt that his name was on the house at the time, but what he did was he took his name off the property and took money out of the house. He took some of the money to pay for his exes or his current family members that enjoyed this money. Once that was accomplished, he then went to his own lawyer, took his name off the deed, leaving it all to be my home to care for. Well, you know what? Where were you when all this was happening? I really didn't realize that you could just go and get a lawyer and have your name taken off the deed without the the other person on the deed knowing what's going on. I didn't realize that you could do that in secret. I regret letting this man sign and take full control of my home with no commitment that I did not pursue, but let him sign a deed to my property. I took him to child support, which is why he ghosted me for 4 years. And he was angry about that and starting to curse at me and call me all sorts of names. And I had to explain myself to him that I was not a gold digger. And the reason for taking him to child support was because he was running away from his responsibilities. But I have to admit, while his name was on the deed of the house, he states that he was paying the mortgage. I've never seen receipts of it. It seemed that he got tired of paying and returned the house back to me and left and ghosted me again. All right. Well, it sounds like this man does not want responsibility. I believe I've healed myself during isolation, and I am a lot stronger and wiser realizing I come first. So I am praying, hoping that I could still find love, not a user. Well, look, you, you need to take a break. You need to take a break. All right? Because number one, when you were 19, you got involved with a married man. That was a no-no right there. Because how can you expect your life to turn out wonderful when it started off on a bad foundation? The man was married and he was cheating with you. So now during the separation, somewhere you got pregnant and had a child for this man without a real commitment. Okay, somehow, I don't know if you moved in his house or if you got a different house together. It wasn't clear where the house came in, but you're saying that he went and took his name off the deed and wanted to leave you holding the bag. You know, men would do this because they get tired of you. They don't want to pay. They don't want to pay. If they want to move on to somebody else, well, then they don't want to continue to pay you. So they stop. And like this man went and took his name off the deed of the house, that was pretty low down because he's had a son with you. So it seems to me that he would want his son to have a wonderful place to grow up, to live. You didn't say how old your son was, but regardless, the man should have been responsible to care for you since you had his child. But a lot of men aren't. And it's a crazy situation. Men will have babies, but then they don't want to care for them. They don't want to pay child support. They don't care. Men will come over and, give the child $1 or $2 and think that's it. But to avoid child support, what a lot of men will do is try to continue to date you. Just be there for you. Just come in and out of your life and give you some money when they see you, have sex with you and things like that to keep you from taking them to child support court. Because child support court does not play with them anymore. They have to pay it or go to jail. They don't want to be under that jurisdiction. They would rather to deal with you. So that's why you hear a lot of men say, I take care of my kids. She didn't have to put me on child support because I take care of my kids, which means that they give when they want to. They give it to the kid. They want to be able to go out and buy their kids, little clothes or whatever they do and think that that's it. But it's not. It's not. A child needs a lot of things growing up. A lot of things. And men should not be disheartened by paying child support. If you don't want to pay child support, then don't have any children. Okay? If you don't want to be responsible to care for children, then don't have any. You understand? Children are precious and they deserve to be cared for properly. And men, just because you happen to fall out with the woman does not mean that you shouldn't care for the child. You brought that child into the world. Okay? You did. And you are responsible for that child. But ladies, you need to guard yourself too. Just because you're with a man and you feel like it could bloom into something, don't have his baby just to lock him in. And a lot of women do that. They will have a baby just to lock a man in. And then when the man is mistreating them and doesn't want to pay for the baby and things like that, now they want to complain about it. Don't do it. You are just destroying yourself when you do that. Okay? And it affects your child when you got to keep fighting a man for support. Ladies, if you decide to have a child, know that you can support the child on your own. Now, I realized in the letter she was just 19 and he really took advantage of her. He was a married man. Don't waste your time with these married men. Okay? And then on top of that, she had a baby with him. She didn't say she married him. She did not say in the letter that he married her. Okay? But she had his baby. Ladies, stop doing that. Stop doing it. Care for yourself and love yourself. Okay? And if you decide to have a baby, you take care of him. You support him. Don't spend your life fighting a man for child support. Okay? And don't let that be your agenda in life, to have babies so that you can get child support, thinking that's going to help support your life. That's the wrong way to look at it, ladies. Love yourself. Be confident and strong, women. Okay? But men, they would do a lot of things to avoid child support. A lot of things. Some of them, I was with my first husband, didn't want to pay child support. I finally took him to court. But during those days, it was just kind of a beginning where the courts would help women with the child support. And I had 3 kids at the time. And the courts mandated my ex-husband to pay $66 a month for 3 kids. And he didn't even want to pay that. All right. Now, I don't think that child support is like that today. I think they have to pay a whole lot more than that. But during those days, in the beginning, that judge mandated him to pay $66 a month for 3 kids. That's right. So it was like, hey, you think I waited around for $66 a month? No. I lived my life and worked on myself and building my own financial foundation. Ladies, don't spend your life looking for a man to support you, because many times it doesn't work out like that. You ended up supporting yourself and your kids. So that's why I say, ladies, care for yourself. You understand? And you young women out there, don't go out and have a baby. Don't do it. And, in the letter, she being 19, she probably thought he was a catch. He's an older man, and he probably told her he's getting ready he was going through a divorce or whatever the situation is. It could have been true. Maybe it wasn't true. But whatever, she got involved with him and got pregnant. Don't do it, ladies. Don't do it. Guard yourself from this. And then you don't need to fight a man for support for the next 18, 19 years. I hope that you understand the message today. Ladies, always talk about you being independent, strong women. Don't have children unless you know that you can support them yourself, because you don't know what a man is going to do. And you shouldn't have children unless you are in a marriage to raise these children, which means don't have these children out of wedlock and then want to take the man to child support. Okay? All right. That's not the right way to go. All right? You're just inviting a lot of drama into your life. Unnecessary drama. I hope you understand the message today, and I really hope that it helps someone. Now, those of you who may have a question that you'd like for me to answer, my email address is in the description. And if you're looking for today's affirmation, the link is also in the description. And those of you who are interested in these caps, they are available in my online store, and you'll find a link in the description. I want to thank you so much for supporting this channel. Thank you for your comments and your letters. And a very special thank you to those that leave a donation. I really appreciate all of you. I wish you all the very best. And I really hope to see you next time.